stop. It's time to start following your intuition instead of your brain. And finding that strength within that you know that you've been holding off for a while. A lot of you here right now, if you're seeing me, you are going through a spiritual journey. And welcome to my page. Please follow along if you feel in the groove here with the message. If not, keep it flowing, keep it scrolling. But yeah, like, a lot of you don't realize there is this part of you inside that is beyond of what you have known your whole entire life. Is it actually, I think this is the same person, kind of, where she's logically in tune with things, obviously, but using your intuition, at least for me, is normally the key to not only our strength, but knowing ourselves completely, I feel. I feel for a large amount of you, with this Six of Cups, it's been hard for you to follow your intuition because of, scenarios that have happened in the past, the ways of how you've grown up, the ways of how people have treated you through the years. So, I think for a large amount of you, like, you could be going through like an ego death situation, where, like, instead of allowing your ego to take hold of every single thing, you're kind of like, okay, well, let me take a step back. Because I think for a large amount of you, you've been ignoring your intuition for a while now. Instead of, like, feeling how the situation is and how to go about it, you were going more in a logical way and it didn't work out. So, for example, I know there's a good amount of you that have an ex or have an ex-lover or some type of situationship on the brain. And I feel like a lot of you, you're letting your ego kind of get in the way of this. You're ignoring that this person isn't interested in you anymore. To the point of where you could be stalking their social media and stuff like that. But please understand, if this was an ex, if this was a scenario of, and I see you're digging, also for information about, like, does this person miss you or anything like that. But I'm telling you guys, this person is an ex or something for a reason. I always say that if someone is not in your life anymore, there was a lesson and there was a reason of why. So that's for a very small amount of you. I feel like you need to hear. This could also be related with, a friendship or something like that as well. And, I think for a large amount of you, this is the time of where, like, instead of focusing on everybody else, focus on what makes you feel good, what makes you feel happy. Because I feel like with this Judgment card now, it's like your guides, God, Spirit, whatever you pray to, they're kind of testing you right now of, how much do you trust yourself? How much are you actually able to, move forward from these situations in a different perspective, instead of being like going one way about this, seeing the other way, about it. Yeah, I just feel like that with you guys, especially with this Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck too. Like, I feel like it's like your guides really want you to start looking at yourself, your worth, your potential is. Like, what makes you feel good about yourself. Yeah, especially with the Justice card being here too, you guys. Like, you have good karma on your side right now. And I think a large amount of you need to know that, because I think a large amount of you are feeling like, you're bashing yourself over the decisions that you made in your past when it came to this ex, when it came to whatever decision it was. But it's also, that time to balance that, there is always the good that outweighs the bad in scenarios. For a large amount of you, I'm hearing like, if there was some type of situation and you were not the person that was doing all of this stuff, you're going to get justice soon. The stalking and all that. If you're not the person doing it, you're going to get justice for this soon. Yeah, you're going to come out on top with this Queen of Swords, learning these lessons of what doesn't associate with you anymore. And I think for some of you, like I'm seeing with this Hangman coming out, maybe you really need to stand still to get these answers. And maybe for a large amount of you, you feel like you've been stuck in this for a while. But and feeling like, feeling stuck, like I said, like nothing is moving because you're feeling stuck in this energy. But this is all, I believe, through divine timing, guidance. I feel like your guides are kind of telling you, hey, it's time to get disciplined of what you want for yourself. Especially this Aries energy. We have Aries placements or Taurus placements or anything like that. You guys are already in this like energy of discipline and stuff already. So I feel like when it comes to the rest of your life, it's time to take a hold of that, especially, with this Devil card and this Star card. Yeah, it's time to like break out of those old habits and start manifesting what really is that you're seeking. That type of thing. Let's see what oracle message you guys have. Ooh. Okay, so you never needed those wings to fly. Yeah. The number 8, you guys, this is about change. So I definitely think that, you guys are on this verge of finding yourself again. And like I said, just going within. We have gardens. Something lovely will grow from this. Yeah. Even if it feels like right now you don't have the answers from it, you will have the answers. There's a lot of swords energy too. So mentally, you guys will get clarity from this soon. I feel like it. And confidence. It comes with time and patience. Yeah, that's the other thing too. And then Slay them all is on the bottom of the deck there. So yeah, you guys, I really feel like you continue to follow that gut feeling that you're like, this doesn't feel right, this feels amazing. Keep following that, please. Of course, use your brain for the situations as well, but by really going within and understanding what exactly you want for yourself, for your life, for who is around you, is, I think, really what your guides are trying to say right now. Okay, so your first affirmation is pleasure. We have, I give myself permission to feel pleasure, and I let that pleasure rush into my life in a decent display of over-the-top abundance. Then I realized that pleasure has been waiting at my door for a long time. It's just that pleasure doesn't knock on doors because loud noises aren't super pleasant. Yeah, so I feel like that you guys just need some time. You really need to start loving yourself more, giving yourself the time that you need, like I said, to go within. Okay, there was way too many cards that came out, but positive thinking was one. Power, inspiration, friendliness, and I think the best one here is courage. No one is fearless, no one, but even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to counter it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts, then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. So I hope that resonated with you guys. Thanks so much.